Grass is soft, like the angel hair pasta. Grass kind of resembles that. I guess, just, I don't know. I've been blind since birth. I have a disease called Leber's congenital amaurosis. People often ask me, you know, is it hard being blind? Is it scary? And it's not. It's just a normal way of life for me. There was a time in my life when I was angry about being blind. I was very into makeup and trying to look my best. I really wanted to look in the mirror and see what I looked like, but I couldn't. The Lord spoke to me and He told me that I am beautiful on the inside and that I don't have to worry about what I look like on the outside, and that He is the only one who can tell me what I look like. The mirror can't. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit of a burden to people.
See right in front of you, girl.
Sometimes I wish I didn't really need that much help. I wish that I didn't have to rely on them.
Okay, got everything, Liz?
Yep.
All right, we're out the front door this time.
Ready. I'll break too. If I could see, I don't think my faith would be as strong. Because for a blind person, you have to rely on the Lord. It's like your faith becomes more real because you're used to not seeing things. You're used to believing in someone that you can't see. Like, for example, my mom, I can't see her. I may be able to hear her, but even if I couldn't, I can't see her, but I know she's there. So for me, I think it's easier to know and to understand that though I can't see God, He's really there. I think it has a lot to do with walking by faith and not by sight. I have this desire to help people, but I feel like being blind sort of limits me as to what I can do. But the reality is, God has given me a gift of singing for Him and leading worship, and I feel like that's my way of helping people. And I'm grateful for that. I have so much joy and so much anticipation because I know that the first face I'm ever going to see is Jesus, and that means the world to me.
I have to be honest, I never wanted kids. I got married, I got into my career, and I found a lot of satisfaction in what I did there. I think somewhere deep down inside, I knew there were going to be a lot of work, and I didn't feel like I was prepared to deal with such a hard job.
Guys, I can hear you guys fighting. Can you guys just stay focused, please?
Emma is my firstborn. She tends to be very responsible. Sam is my second, and he's very smart and creative. And then there's Thomas, and he's 6, and he is non-stop boy. Well, my life in the morning is kind of like being a general coming out of a tornado.
Sam, that is his quarter. Leave him alone.
I have to get the troops up, I have to get them dressed, and I get them out the door to get them to school on time.
The backpack is up here. Whoa! Ow!
Bye, guys. Have a good day, Sam.
And once I drop my kids off, I get some much needed person time. The role of a mom has been hard for me at times. I feel like I'm never doing enough and there's always something more to do. There's this internal image of the perfect mom that I can never really measure up to. Or I fall into the isolation that comes from being a mom. Especially when they were really young, I would go sometimes weeks without seeing friends because my kids were sick or not sleeping, and it was very isolated. In all these areas, God has been patiently healing my heart. His grace has shown that I don't need to be a perfect person, and the more I rely on His wisdom and strength, the easier my task becomes.
Hey, good to see you, sweetie.
To go from not wanting kids to actually seeing my role as a mom as a high calling and something valuable has been a gradual process. I've realized that God has called all of us to be faithful with what He's given us. And in my case, it's my kids. I only have one shot at this. I'm going to be the one to stand before God, and He's going to say, what did you do with what I gave you? What did you do with the little humans that I gave you to form? Success is being obedient to what God's given me. And if He's placed me as a mom, and I do it for Him, and I'm empowered by His wisdom, then that's going to bring Him glory. I think one day if I was sitting across from God, I'd like to hear Him say, Dawn, you did it. I know you didn't go into this with all the equipment that maybe other people went with, but didn't I know better than you did? And wasn't there a tremendous blessing in taking you down this road? You were obedient to my call, and you did a good job of raising these kids. Well done.
Grandma, please help me to have a good day at the picnic. And please help me have a good night's sleep. In your name, amen.
Does God want me to be alive here in my high school? My name is Paul. I'm 17 years old. I'm still a teenager. And I'm trying to figure out my faith. When I try to talk to other people about God, it's really difficult because of the culture I live in. Thailand is deeply rooted in Buddhism. This is the tradition I've grown up with all my life. My dad is an elder at a temple. Every time I go to the temple, everyone worships the Buddha, but I don't. The older people look at me and are pointing at me to bow down. And I just smile and say, "Oh, that's okay." Every time I go, I feel like I'm revealing my faith. I just sit still and listen and try to learn what they believe so that I know how to be a better witness with them and with those around me. For a long time, I've collected nail polish. I like nail painting. One day, my friends and I wondered if we could use nail painting to share our faith with others. It might sound strange, but I believe God can use what we like to do for His purpose. This is Gudgel. It's a park at Chiang Mai University. And it's the place where I was baptized. We set everything up and then wait. I'm not sure if anyone will show up. While we're waiting for people to come, people just keep walking past. They're afraid to come sit down. I feel like so awkward. But eventually, girls show up. They'll ask, why is it free? And so I say, we are doing it for fun and just want to make new friends. We want a real relationship with them. So we talk to them with love first. It's difficult to trust someone you've met for the first time. Even though we don't know them, we love them and wish they would find God. We come out here because we hope they'll see our lives are different from others, different from people who haven't met God. I don't care if people say 17 is too young. I don't know how much time God gives me, so I just do what I can. I spend my life on others as much as I can. That will be enough.
You know what day I wish it was?
Thursday, Friday. I had plenty of hopes and dreams when I was younger. Used to dream about going to college, but it was cut short due to my mom and dad doing drugs, so I didn't even make it to high school. When I look at my daughters, I just hope that they are able to live their dreams out versus just being stuck somewhere. Love y'all. Mwah.
All right, Mom, love you.
That's why education is a thing for me. Education can open up the doors to so many other opportunities.
Yeah, he heard the news like that. Oh my gosh. We're in the 7th grade. We're both 12. I like to make people laugh. I'm very creative. I'm funny. I'm shy and I'm scared a lot. I try to make myself invisible, like when there's a lot of people around, so they won't see me.
I spent 18 years in the public schools as a classroom teacher and assistant principal at both the high school and middle school level, served on the collegiate level in an administrative role, and then now at Hope Academy for the past 3 years as the principal.
Hey, Hope Academy, kids, let's come on over to the stage.
The biggest thing I gave up by leaving the school system was the retirement, 144 sick days, longevity check. That was really nice every February.
All right, can I have your attention, please?
I do it because I truly believe this is where God has placed me.
So listen, tonight, remember we have walk the schedule night. When your parents arrive about 5:15, we'll go right into our schedule. They're gonna walk the schedule. We have a schedule for everyone. Go ahead and head upstairs now, please. Thank you so much.
The educational opportunities for the students that live in this district are very limited. This community is one of the most economically impacted communities within the district. Parents that are unemployed, parents that are dealing with drug addiction, parents that are incarcerated. All those risk factors begin to add up.
We're talking about career project. You are operating as if it is 2035. You are operating as your 32-year-old self.
We're a modified middle school, and so we're grades 5 through 8.
The idea was, let's take the children out of the public school system that are far behind, let's spend 4 years with them, let's get them back up to speed, and then we can put them back into the public schools in high school at an ability level that they can be successful.
And we're kind of going through the Lord's Prayer and talking about what all those different words mean. So hopefully it's not just something we say, but we really understand when it's...
What makes us different is we take a more holistic approach to education. And it starts with the spiritual piece. It starts with knowing who God says you are. But then, in order for them to live a successful life outside of poverty, they have to know what that looks like. So we start with teaching them social skills, how to look someone in the eye and shake hands, how to be able to have a conversation with somebody. We have leadership classes. We have financial class that's being taught by a vice president of a bank.
So today's topic is another tool that allows us to have access to money. You can buy gas with that money, I can pay my employee with that money, I can buy more books with that money.
All those kind of things all go in together to help transform their future, to help them live successfully outside of poverty.
Was it hard having twins?
It was a challenge, but honey, that mother instinct kicked in. With me being a stylist, my money varies. You have to pay to be a student at Hope Academy. They go off of your income. I think that is pretty fair. And, you know, when I got my taxes, I just paid up.
You worked on a miracle on that part.
I'm hoping that I'm giving my girls what they need, what they deserve. Look forward to talking to you soon.
Thank you.
You take care.
Before we came to Hope, we were in the public elementary school. I feel like I was gonna learn the same thing over and over again. When I got here, I was struggling, and because when I was at my public school, they didn't really teach me a lot about reading.
Hey, Tamaria, come on in.
It's predicted that 3 out of every 4 students that are not able to read by the end of 4th grade will either be incarcerated or on government assistance in their later years. So we have an intense focus on reading.
When Tamaria first tested here at Hope, she wasn't even scoring on first grade level as a 5th grader. I thought I'd just give you a little news. Remember when we weren't even on the graph at that time? You've crossed over the line for 6th grade now. So you're knocking at the door, aren't you? How in the world did you get there?
By reading.
By reading, that's right.
2 years ago, 40% of our students were reading on grade level. 60% were reading below grade level. At the end of school this past June, 96% of our students are now reading on grade level.
Tonight we're going to be getting our progress reports. I'm scared to show my mom. I'm confident. I'm just confident.
Students and parents, thank you so much. Welcome to Walk the Schedule night.
Aviance, I don't think she's ever missed any event. Aviance is always there. Though they have very minimum, she's always trying to find ways to make sure that the girls are not lacking.
And I said I don't want to be that type of parent to never be the one to go to school meetings, never be the one to go to certain activities my girls are having.
It just gives you an idea of the heart of that mom and how we just seek to partner with them to help educate their children.
I do want to pass out your students' progress reports.
It's the scary part.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maria and Sneevia. Here you go.
Ooh. Yep, that's how I predicted. I got all A's and
Good. You hear about poverty all the time, but when it has a face and a name, it changes you. For some of these students, it's their only way out of generational poverty.
Good job, girls. What's up? What's up? All right, let's go. The investment into Hope Academy is also worth it. It has been a long day. I just hope for them to continue to bloom and continue making it in this world. I know whatever they do, they're gonna be great at it. I'm really proud of you guys.